we've seen clock choke before. Clock chokes are a very classic video game choke, and it's a great example, actually, of evolution of a move and the idea of how a move evolves on the ground. Now, what happens with moves is this: you get a great move, right? An initial idea. Someone woke up one morning and went De La Riva guard. You know, they woke up one morning. They didn't wake up one morning and go, "Here's my 28 De La Riva guard techniques, and there's my DVD set." They didn't do that. They woke up one day with one move that they tried, and probably it worked. It probably worked right away, because if it failed and failed and failed, they wouldn't have kept going, right? So usually an idea is most robust in the beginning, and then later on it evolves, counters to counters, and ends up becoming kind of flimsy. Not so much flimsy, but very over-specialized, right? So usually the first idea is good, but then I come on the mat and I do it to you every night this month. So if I do it to you all the time, you're going to end up countering it. You're going to go, bugger that. When I start doing it, you recognize what it is, so you start to turn this way. But if I haven't done it on him as much, it'll still work on him and him and him and him. It just doesn't work on you because I've accidentally, or whatever, or you're my training partner, so I've done it on you more. So you start to come up with a way that messes it up. So I reluctantly have to come up with an evolution of the move that's going to beat your counter. Right? But I don't have to worry about that with you guys, it still works. But over time, you'll figure out what he does, you'll start doing it, and then I evolve it. So I evolve a counter for you. But guess what you do? Because you're my training partner. You evolve another counter. And then we end up here in the end, doing the last version of the clock choke. Now in the World Championships, I come along, I meet you or some other guy who's been through that whole process too. My basic clock choke not going to work. I do the counter to the counter. You do the counter to the counter to the counter, and one of us wins. And then someone videos it. Kim puts it on YouTube. You all watch it and go, "Holy shit! He used it in the finals of the World Championship. It must be the shit." That's the thing I've got to do now. So everyone does that without having done the whole process that him and I went through. I was the virus, he countered it, I evolved, he countered it, I killed him, right? So that's what everyone needs to do with these moves. The first idea works best. In my experience, always, the first idea is the best one, the strongest one. Here's clock. I'm going to put this hand in, look, see, right in there, thumb inside, right across the collar there, okay? Now, what I'm doing here is I'm going to pump my wrist into Darren's neck. Naturally, his neck wants to jump away from that, right? So he doesn't like it, so see he's lifting his head away. So I've got to get Pat to sit on his head while I do it, then it would choke his neck. Yep? But I haven't got Pat yet. So the easiest way to kill his head is this is the original clock. Elbow on the ground here. Elbow on the ground. Where's my weight now? Someone's on my elbow, someone's on this foot, someone's on this knee, and quite a bit of it is there, on that shoulder there, on this table there. That's what I've got to get rid of. That's the hard part. Hand, elbow, now watch. I move my feet that way, I get my hip down. You see where's my weight now? A lot of it. On his neck. And now I kick my wrist and walk to the front. Now it's called clock because he should be asleep before midnight, before I get there, alright? But if you do the clock really well, you'll be asleep before 2 o'clock. Well, it should be that side, but I only like to do it this side. Okay, so here, elbow, what am I going to do now? Walk to the street and get my weight off his shoulder onto his neck. And now I start to walk around and I kick my wrist. I do this to him every night for 2 months. What's going to happen, he's going to end up going, "Oh, a clock, forget that." He's going to turn like that. Right, that's what's going to happen. So I've got to find a way to stop that. So my left hand goes under on his arm and keeps his elbow over there by straightening my arm toward Pat. Because that way he can't do this. Now I get the choke. So that's cool, but that comes with a problem. it's not so obvious as to how I kill his head. Because if I just start walking my feet, his head can still lift up. So you see, every evolution, here's what you've got to get. If you get this for this, you'll get it for every other move. Every evolution of a technique comes with a price tag. It comes with a price tag. The first one was great because I didn't even have to understand how it worked, and it will work. But you can't do this version without understanding the mechanics of why it's working. Otherwise, what people do is they do this, then they lift their head up, and then they wonder why the clock doesn't work. You get it? So there's a price tag. So I go 1, 2. Now I slide off the front, smash his face in the ground with my chest, and then I walk. He taps. Got it? So that's how it goes. Now, the problem with that is after a while, he's going to roll over that way. Because one of the problems with my hand going on over there, he can do, if he's really good, some wrist rolls and sort of stuff. So there, now, instead of this hand going here, just sit up there, it's going to come under his arm and grab the other lapel like that, right next to this one. So if he doesn't do anything, I can kill his head and then walk forward and pull my wrist and make him tap in normal clock phase. Okay? Now why this? Because now when he rolls or wherever he goes, I'm never going to let that go. I'm going to chase him down, and we call that a clock choke chase. Right, so you've got the history of it. First one is my elbow goes over, I lean forward. We'll just do that 2 or 3 times each. Okay, then we'll do the second one where I kill his arm and slide off his head to smash his face down. I've got to put his face on the ground for every clock. I've got to smash his face on the ground for every clock, so I can't lift up. That's what you've got to do. Now the first one's easy because it'll work, but then all the other ones you have to actually do that. You've got to take the weight from somewhere here and put it all there.